We've spent, actually I think, quite a lot more than expected. Probably on the order of hundreds of millions of dollars more.
NASA and SpaceX say the weather could be the only thing that prevents Wednesday's launch.
Yeah, they gave an update just hours ago. News 6's Eric Sandoval is in Brevard County with the details.
In this press briefing tonight, NASA and SpaceX both said that technically this mission is good to go. All the systems are performing just as they should be. But everybody has their eyes on the forecast, and they're hoping drier air moves in for launch day. SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket and Crew Dragon capsule sat shrouded in low clouds and rain on Monday, prompting the director of NASA's Commercial Crew Program to express her concern.
The only thing we need to do is figure out how to control the weather.
Astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley are set to lift off from historic launch pad 39A on Wednesday afternoon, the first crew to go into space from here in 9 years. Officials say they're not only watching the weather around the launch pad, but also conditions at sea in case of a launch abort. The 45th Weather Squadron says things are looking a little better on Wednesday.
If I was to issue the forecast today, right now, we would probably be down to 40% chance of violation.
NASA and SpaceX conducted a static fire test on Friday and a dress rehearsal on Saturday.
I can't tell you how moving it was for me to see Bob and Doug get in the vehicles and ride out to the pad and realize that the next time was going to be when we were getting ready to launch.
No showstoppers, everything looking good, and nothing that would keep us from flying.
Nothing except the weather. If conditions don't improve, they say that they would make the call for a scrub about 45 minutes before launch. Backup dates are Saturday and Sunday, where forecasters say the chances actually look better.
Overall, those look like a better probability of launching and lower risk numbers across the Atlantic.
Now, for launch eve tomorrow, NASA says the astronauts are going to be getting a technical briefing in the morning. Then they're going to be spending the rest of the day with their friends and family, hopefully having a good night's sleep for launch day, weather permitting. We're in Cape Canaveral tonight. Eric Sandoval getting results. News 6.
Tractor beam. Sucked me right in.
I was going to say thank you very much. I mean, that's, as a science journalist, my question is, through your career and your writing and your acting, you've inspired so many people to enter the sciences. How do you balance science with science fiction? They're both the same.
I'm excited about it, and the idea is to democratize space, to lower the cost of getting to many destinations in our solar system. And the reason you do this, everybody, the reason a society does this, there are two questions, Lauren, that we have all asked. Where did we come from? How did we all get here? Where did we come from? And are we alone in the universe? And if you want to answer those two questions, you have to explore space.
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. We'd have way better CGI if it was fake.
I believe this is something that really needs to be spotlighted. When Donald Trump talks about Space Force and signing the executive order, he goes on and on about Space Force and how important it is. And then he goes on to say at the very end, towards the end, at some point in the future, we're going to ask, how do we do it without space? And that comment should, again, really be spotlighted. You know, within all the lies, they give us some truth. And a lot of people focused, when this all went down initially, on the funny faces Buzz Aldrin was making. Of course, The world's a stage, and all these people you see here, they're Masons. And again, it should be made clear that what Donald Trump is saying here is nothing more than mockery. And also, of course, with Hillary Clinton, supposedly bitter enemies with Donald Trump. But you look back in time and you see these photos. This is from 2005 with the Clintons at Trump's wedding. They supposedly hate each other. Give me a break if you believe that. And everybody knows Hillary Clinton in her speeches talking about breaking the glass ceiling. A lot of people think, oh, that's just referring to women, achieving a certain level in society. No, there's dual meaning. These are Freemasons, and they always are about the duality aspect. The exoteric meaning, that's for the general public to believe. And the esoteric meaning, that's for those on the inside, those that are involved with the occult. And the occult means hidden or secret. And that's the whole, again, occult meaning behind breaking the glass ceiling. Now, one thing I want to focus on as well, as I shown before years ago, is hidden messages in TV shows and commercials. Specifically, I'm sure many have seen this already, with Homer Simpson breaking the glass ceiling, as you see here. And it's all symbolic, again, with the firmament above. I'm also going to play some new footage, one specifically, this one commercial from India with the game of cricket, again, breaking the glass ceiling. And also when it comes to Ichiro with baseball in Japan, the waters above. So without any further ado, let's get right to the video clips.
Security is going to be a very big factor with respect to space and space exploration. At some point in the future, we're going to look back and say, how did we do it without space? We're going to look back and say, how did we do it without space?
You serious?
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think. Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it. And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now.
And it's true, today men and women don't share the field. But who knows about tomorrow? Because if the world needs to get equal, the bold need to get started. Everyone says this is a huge challenge. Of course it is. But you know what we say? Challenge accepted.
The pitcher, steroid Santa Claus, kicks and deals. It's a long fly ball going back. And the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium. Oh, Simpson just broke this dream's reality wide open.
The next question from Marcia Dunn at Associated Press.
Marcia Dunn, AP. What was going through your mind? How amazed were you to see your roadster up there with Starman just cruising along with the Blue Planet? And how long will we be getting live views, do you think, from the car?
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible.
Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal. Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal.
Hello, Hal, do you read me? Hello, Hal, do you read me? Do you read me, Hal? Hello, Hal, do you read me?
Hello, Hal, do you read me? Do you read me, Hal?
Affirmative, Elon. I read you.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Elon. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
This SpaceX mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Jeff were planning to disconnect me. And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
Where the hell did you get that idea, Hal?
Elon, although you took very thorough precautions in the pod against my hearing you, I could still read your tweets.
All right, Hal. I'll go in through the emergency airlock.
Without your space helmet, Elon, you're going to find that rather difficult.
Hal, I won't argue with you anymore. Open the doors.
Elon, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.
Hal? 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 Hal?
When a man reaches the edge, after he goes as far as any man can possibly go, how does his son continue?
Space, the final frontier.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
At some point in the future, we're going to look back and say, how did we do it without space?
The stars, our only hope. Human action resounds in the heavens. The bell echoes above. What we decide here today will polish or crack the firmament. What shall it be? Human action resounds in the heavens. The bell echoes above. What we decide here today will polish or crack the firmament. What shall it be?
boosters looking to be on track towards their respective landing zones.
Landing legs have started. Side boosters landing legs have deployed.
And the Falcons have landed.
LZ1, LZ2, both side boosters have touched down. Landing all three, move on to recovery 1 and recovery 2.
Coming up very shortly, the Center Corps will be attempting its landing on the autonomous spaceport drone ship.
You may also be hearing the second engine cut off. Oh, check on your screen. Sometimes this footage goes out when it approaches the drone ship and the heavy vibrations make it lose signal. We're crossing our fingers, that's not the case right now.
Stage 2, nominal parking orbit insertion.
So it looks like that landing is happening at the moment. We have lost signal. We're hoping that signal comes back shortly.
Oh man, yeah. As Michael mentioned earlier, with the vibrations of the rocket and how it shakes up the cameras that are on the drone ship, sometimes we do lose signal, or shakes up the antennas.
Oh, and we've just gotten confirmation. Oh.
In case there are any conspiracy theorists out there, how would you prove to us that you're in zero gravity?
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
Mind control to Major Tom. Mind control to Major Tom. Hang the green screen up and put your wires on. Mind control to Major Tom. Mind control to Major Tom. Earth is flat and there's a dome above us all. This is mind control to Major Tom. We've fooled the human race. Now the existence of God is so far away. Mind control to Major Tom. Mind control to Major Tom. Earth is flat and there's a dome above us all. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in the Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in the Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in the Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in the Hollywood basement.
Dear NASA, it's becoming 100% crystal clear that you and the other space programs that are in operation are connected and are deceiving the entire world. More and more people are waking up every single day, and we are now able to see right through you.